This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It's Monday, September 13th. One person is flown to a Las Vegas trauma center as a result of a two-vehicle crash Saturday night here in Pahrump. One person was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ambulance to a Mercy Air Base here in Pahrump to be medically airlifted to a Las Vegas trauma center in Las Vegas following a two-vehicle high-impact crash on Highway 160 and Irene Street. According to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, the driver of the passenger vehicle had lower extremity injuries after his car went under the back of a pickup truck involved in the crash on Highway 160 and Irene Street. No one in the pickup truck claimed any injuries at the time of this crash. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the accident investigation into the cause. They quickly used their own patrol vehicle to push the cars out of the roadway to open up traffic. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units were on scene conducting traffic around the accident while the investigation and cleanup was conducted. And 3 people were transported following a crash this afternoon that involved 2 vehicles and a fire on Highway 373 and Sage Avenue in Amargosa. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting that accident investigation. The Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Amargosa Fire and Beatty Ambulance were also called to the scene. Well, a third co-defendant has been sentenced earlier today in Nye County District Court for their role in a disturbing story we first brought to your attention in February of last year. For more information on this morning's court proceedings, here's Matthew Davis.
28 to 72 months. That's the sentence that Judge Lane handed down to defendant Mickey Cagle for his part in an alleged sexual assault against a minor in February of 2020. Cagle entered an Alford plea, which means that Cagle never explicitly stated that he's guilty, but that he and his attorney have a reasonable expectation that not entering into some type of plea would have significant ramifications against their defense. Cagle was one of 4 defendants involved in various and disturbing allegations of sexual assault, lewdness with a minor, child abuse and neglect, and bestiality. Of the 4 defendants, co-defendant Eric Garcia and Danny Hicks have already entered into plea deals and have been sentenced, and co-defendant Vicky Bockley is still awaiting her trial date while in the custody of the sheriff's office. Cagle was originally facing 2 counts each of the charges of sexual assault, child abuse or neglect in the first degree, and lewdness with a child under 14 years of age in the first degree. The plea deal that the DA's office brokered with Cagle's attorney was just 1 count of being in possession of child pornography. Cagle will now have his custody transferred from the Nye County Sheriff's Office to the Nevada Department of Corrections to serve the remainder of his sentence. He will be receiving credit for time already served, which is equal to roughly 580 days.
And the Rotary Club of the Pahrump Valley commemorates the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks with a remembrance ceremony at the First Responders Reflection Area on Walt Williams Drive here in Pahrump. Rotary's Phyllis, Howell, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis say we must never forget the day that many people died.
This is my favorite and my least favorite event of the year. We're so happy that we were able to do it today in person. And this is our way of recognizing all of the first responders and all of the people who died 20 years ago when this country was attacked. And then since then, of course, we have first responders who continue to succumb, who were on site. And then we have our hardworking first responders here in Pahrump Valley. Yeah. They amaze me. I can't go out my door without seeing a fire truck, an ambulance, a sheriff's car on the way to some catastrophe.
It's hard to fathom that we're 20 years post 9/11, and you know, it obviously brings back a lot of emotions and floods of memories for a lot of people. And so I think thing to take away today is listening to everybody's story. And, you know, we always talk about not forgetting. I don't think that will ever happen. We need to continue educating our children as to what occurred and how that looked for America, and how the resilience and how everyone came together. And, you know, still remember the streets back east flooded with American flags on every house, every street corner, and I think we need to get back to that. And I think this is a good time to start coming around again.
And the Kiwanis Club of the Pahrump Valley also held a 9/11 memorial ceremony on Saturday. We'll have highlights of that on tomorrow night's broadcast. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. There have been confirmed 2 new deaths related to COVID-19 reported since Tuesday, September 7th. Both are residents of Pahrump. There are 71 new COVID-19 positive test results here in Nye County since last week, reported and confirmed, with 5 in Smoky Valley, 1 in Tonopah, and the remainder here in Pahrump. There's a COVID-19 vaccine clinic this Wednesday, September 15th from 8:30 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon at the health nurse's office at 1981 East Calvada Boulevard. They have all 3 vaccines. You can call 751-7070 for an appointment. And the Tonopah Community Health Nurse will host a walk-in COVID-19 vaccine clinic on Tuesday, September 14th from noon until 4:30 at their office located at 1 Frankie Street. Call 775-482-6659 for more information. No appointment is required. And they have all 3 vaccines as well. Beatty will have a COVID-19 flu vaccine pod Monday, September 20th, and then Thursday, October 28th at the community center located at 100 Avenue A. Times for both of those dates are 9:30 until 11 a.m., and both are walk-in events with no appointments needed. Plans for a similar vaccine clinic in Amargosa is being finalized. 3rd doses of Pfizer and Moderna for moderately to severely immunocompromised are available right now. Well, pregnant women are at increased risk for severe illness from respiratory viruses like flu and COVID-19. Cleveland Clinic's OBGYN Dr. Tosin Goje says that's because a woman's immune system weakens during pregnancy, making vaccines especially important.
If she cannot fight normal infections that she could fight when she was not pregnant, then she needs some preventative measures. And vaccines are the key.
Data shows pregnant women with COVID-19 or flu may face an increased risk of preterm birth and pregnancy loss, in addition to severe illness and hospitalization. Dr. Goje says the best way to protect a mom-to-be from complications from flu or COVID-19 is to be vaccinated. She says both vaccines are recommended during pregnancy. Over the years, the flu shot has been given to millions of women safely, and while the COVID-19 vaccine is still relatively new, more than 100,000 pregnant women have received it. Vaccination information collected by the CDC has not identified any safety concerns for pregnant women or their babies.
Respiratory infections can be devastating in pregnancy, and we have what it takes in this country to prevent it. So why don't we prevent them? We have the flu vaccine, we have the COVID vaccine, we have preventative measures like hand hygiene, safe measures.
Dr. Goje goes on to say, let's take all that we have in our toolbox and prevent these infections. Not only does a flu shot protect an expecting mom, it also protects her newborn. Dr. Goje says flu vaccine antibodies are passed through breast milk and offer a baby protection. COVID-19 vaccine antibodies also have been found in breast milk, and doctors suspect it too offers an infant some protection.
Well, the Nevada Supreme Court is talking about how lawmakers who hold full-time jobs when serving at our part-time legislature, which meets every 2 years, might be a conflict. The question is, should the state allow them to hold jobs in which they have a conflict, like a law enforcement officer, specifically a lawmaker and a law enforcer? The Nevada Constitution prohibits a person from serving 2 elected offices or in multiple branches of the government at the same time. The lawsuit that has been filed by a conservative group called the Nevada Policy Research Institute. It stems from 2 top Democrats in the state legislature, Senate Majority Leader Nicole Cannizzaro, who is also a Clark County prosecutor, and Deputy Public Defender and Assembly Speaker Jason Frierson. Well, this Saturday, 6 lovely ladies will vie for the title of Miss Senior Golden Years. Today, we meet the first contestant, Laura Horn.
Hello, my name is Laura Horn, and I am the #1 contestant in the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant, which will be held at Saddle West on September 18th at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a fun event, and I sure hope to see everyone there and get to remember some of the faces that I see. My platform is Senior Appreciation, and I hope to go forward and put together many events and fun activities for our seniors. Thank you. Hope to see you at Saddle West on September 18th.
Can't wait. Well, the Pahrump neighborhood cleanup is at it again. We'll tell you all about that after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, the Pahrump neighborhood cleanup took to the streets on Saturday as volunteers picked up and disposed of hundreds of pounds of trash, just in time for this year's Fall Festival. The neighborhood cleanup joined forces with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the Nye County Public Lands over the weekend for the National Day of Service and Remembrance. A presidential proclamation each year calls upon departments, agencies, and instrumentalities of the United States to display the flag of the United States at half-staff on Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance in honor of individuals who lost their lives on September 11th of 2001. Over 30 million Americans participate in community service in honor of those our nation lost. To observe this day with appropriate ceremonies and activities to honor the innocent victims who perished and continue to perish as a result of the terrorist attacks 20 years ago. The neighborhood cleanup wants to say thank you to Pahrump Valley Disposal, Janet Arrett, Bob Adams, the Nye County Public Lands, the LDS Church, Quality Signs, KPVM TV, and Home Depot. As a group, they cleared hundreds of pounds of garbage and shopping carts near the center of town and on the south side trailhead off Homestead Road in time for the annual Fall Festival. For more information, go to Pahrump Neighborhood Cleanup's Facebook page. Thanks to everybody for that. Well, today's Save a Pet, Darbie O'Donnell takes us back inside the cat house at Desert Haven Animal Society, and that's where we meet Taz.
Hi, I'm Darbie here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Taz. Taz is a 4-year-old domestic long-hair gray and white kitty. Beautiful. He has a wonderful little white chest and a little white on his nose and everything. Gorgeous eyes. Very, very, very friendly kitty. He's never been out of the cage, so he wants to roam around. I'm going to put him back. There you go, Taz. Super duper cute kitty, very loving. We heard that his father, his owner, passed away, and so someone was supposed to actually be taking care of him, but they couldn't. Taz did have kidney stones, so he is on a special diet. He only can have urinary care food, which is a CD food, and it can be either a kibble or a wet food. So Taz is just in here. He's looking for his forever home. He just wants to go and be loved. Very cute, domestic long hair, all gray kitty with some white little details on his paws and his chest and his nose and everything. If you want to come and see Taz or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call, 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
Thanks, Darbie. Well, tons of people have been buying and moving into new homes this past year, and for many, it's the first time. Home ownership doesn't come with a manual, but in today's Ask Angie, Bailey Carson joins us to discuss the first things to do when you move into your new home.
If you're one of the many who just bought or is about to buy your first home, this is for you. There is a lot to do before you move in and as soon as you get the keys, and many people don't know where to start. Fortunately, Bailey Carson, head of everyday services at Angi and a home care expert, is here to offer some tips on how to prepare for day one and what to do to get your house to feel like home.
Buying your first home is a big milestone and a large investment. If this is your first time, you may be feeling a little overwhelmed by what to do next. I'd start by booking a cleaner to do a deep clean before you move in. You'll also want to transfer utilities right away, as well as turn on your hot water heater and rekey locks.
Find the circuit breaker and your water and gas shutoff valves so you know where to go in case of an emergency. Consider adding a security system and getting that set up from day one as well. A lot of people get anxious during their first night in a new home, and a security system can help put you at ease.
As soon as you have access to your new home, you'll want to stock your bathrooms. The last thing you want on move-in day is to be searching for toilet paper, soap, and towels. You'll also want to think about having some essentials on hand, like trash and recycling bins, cleaning supplies, and paper towels. This will make that first day all the more smooth.
If you're planning to sleep in your new home right away, make sure your toiletries, towels, and bedding are all easy to access so you can rinse off and get some rest after a long day. If you need one, include a curtain rod, shower curtain and liner, and rings or hooks in the bathroom box so you don't flood your bathroom on day one.
For fall move-in dates, there are several projects you should take on right away before winter comes. Start by cleaning out your dryer vent to prevent any fires. Also, weather stripping may need to be replaced and cracks may need to be sealed. Also, wrap insulation around any outdoor faucets and pipes. And finally, if you have a fireplace, definitely bring in a pro to inspect it and also clean it before you start using it.
If you'll be moving in during the winter, make sure the sprinkler system and hoses are drained and stored away. You don't want them freezing throughout the winter. Keep an eye on the basement or crawl space for leaks and regularly inspect your roof, gutters, and downspouts. Clean out your drains and exhausts and cover your AC unit while it's not in use.
Maintenance projects may not seem like the most fun thing to do when you get into your new home, but they will help you get started on the right foot. Also, think about your home inspection report. If any major issues came up in that, you'll want to get those fixed right away. Or if you had to waive a home inspection, that's a great thing to do even once the buying process is complete, to identify any of those major risk areas.
Do you have questions about your home projects or home care business? Tweet your question using hashtag AskingAngi. That's hashtag AskingAngi, and you may get some tips in an upcoming segment.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Beautiful skies as we take a look at our weather right after this break. Taking a look outside. John will be with us in just a minute.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and what a beautiful September day we have. Man, we're really kind of tripping into this fall weather. I am liking all of this. Look at this, 88 degrees, pretty much all the way from Fernley all the way down to Goldfield. Beatty, you're breaking out at 96. Look at Amargosa at 103. Dangerously hot in Las Vegas at 105. Hang on, folks. It's a sweat fest down on the Strip, and in Death Valley, 112 degrees. Here in the beautiful paradise of Pahrump. Let's take a look. 99 degrees, 99. I like that. It was up to 101 earlier. South-southwesterly winds to 13 miles per hour. Not too robust, but putting some good gusts out in the afternoon. Humidity bone dry at 8% as the sun rose this morning at 6:25 a.m. in all its glory and promise. And it was at this evening, 6:53. We're getting quite a bit of night. I think we picked up 5 minutes over the weekend. How about that? Low tonight of about 66. Look at that. The temperature looks like quotation marks, 99 and 66 on the low. Interesting. What does it mean? Not a whole lot. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Oh, look at this. Beautiful clear skies all throughout the week. Instead of walking away, I'm just going to do a magic trick. Watch this. There you go. 99 pretty much throughout the week. It's actually going to drop down to about 92 towards the end of the week as the temperatures at night hovering right around the mid-60s, feeling pretty good, and the wind staying in there about 13%. Beat me back, Scotty. Let me see. There I am. Oh, wow, we just figured that one out. Neat trick, huh? On a Monday. Yay. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Liking those temperatures. Well, I have a very, very special happy birthday we want to say to Kip McGee. He's our cameraman, and we celebrated his birthday, and his birthday was on Friday, but today he came in and we celebrated, and he is just a wonderful person and very friendly and nice, and we love that he does our Board of County Commissioners meetings and our courts for us. Thank you so much, Kip, and happy birthday. And we also have a different birthday to celebrate, and that is KPVM TV. KPVM has turned now 24. Congratulations to Fern and Rhonda and the whole crew. 24 years ago, we turned on the transmitter, and here we are, still going strong. And now we have 9 channels and a radio station, and we're also broadcasting in Vegas and all over southern Nevada, all the way up to northern Nevada. Thanks so much for everybody here at KPVM who works so hard and is so dedicated. We appreciate it so much. Happy birthday to KPVM TV. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.